What's up, guys? I want to talk to you today about style and presence and how really style doesn't matter, unless it's contributing to an overall improvement of your presence. Because style for its own sake, who cares? Honestly, I've been in this industry for 6 years and I can say that unequivocally that style does not matter unless it's accomplishing a more important purpose. No man has any business looking good just for the sake of looking good. So let me tell you a little bit about what I mean. The way that I've been able to break this down is that when it comes to your presence, the way that you interact with the world, your ability to command a room, your ability to stand up for yourself, your ability to just convey who you are both to yourself and to the other people who are around you is dependent on 3 different variables. The first one is your internal presence. That's your internal self-speak. That's based on the way that you view yourself. Do you have confidence? Do you see yourself as somebody who is worthwhile? Are you able to be calm and relaxed, or are you reactive and timid? What is your own relationship of yourself and your view on the world? Now, the second component of it is your external presence. And this is the thing that style mostly falls into, but your external presence is what you project outward into the rest of the world. So this may be things like your body language or your posture or just the physical shape that you're in, or certainly your style. It's the kind of thing that somebody without actually directly interacting with you is going to see and make judgments of you based upon what your external presence is. Now, what's so cool is that your internal presence and your external presence, they go back and forth. The more you improve your external presence, the more you can improve your internal presence and vice versa. And then to cap it all off, the one that really brings it all together, number 3, is your interpersonal presence. This is your ability to actually communicate with, get along, and have meaningful relationships with other people. Whether it's based on the ability to just shut up and listen as somebody else is talking as opposed to thinking about what the next thing is that you're going to say, or being able to empathize or sympathize, or knowing when you should be showing teeth and when you should be standing up for yourself and how to effectively do that. All of these other variables about how to read people, how to emote to people, how to not emote to people, how to communicate, everything else, that's all your interpersonal presence. And so when you think about the men who are the great men, whether it's in history or in your own limited sphere, the men who are really shaping the world in their image, the men who are really making a name for themselves, the men who are living the kind of lives that most of us want to live, are men who have a strong presence. Now, that may be Captain Charisma, who goes into a room and all of a sudden everybody wants to be his best friend. If that's the way you want to go, that's awesome. But maybe you're more of an introvert and you don't want to be this guy, but at the same time, you don't want to be the weird loser outcast wallflower. You still want to have a strong presence, but maybe it's something that's a little bit more stoic, a little bit more meditative, and a little bit more powerful that way. Either way, both of those archetypes, both of those ideas work off of these 3 variables of your internal, external, and interpersonal presence. Now, I'm going to level with you guys. This is something that I have worked on for months with the guys within the Odysseus undertaking, and what I had done within that was build up a membership site. But what I had found as I was doing it with these guys is the bulk of the undertaking was a 10-week course. I gave these guys daily lessons 6 days a week for 10 weeks that had weekly assignments, 21-day challenges, some really good things to push them and to help them develop their internal, external, and interpersonal presence. But I realized that not everybody wanted to pay a monthly recurring charge to be part of this group, and there was no reason for me to hold this awesome information, this life-changing information, to just the guys who wanted to continue to pay for it month after month after month. And so what I've done is I've put the undertaking on hold. I'm still friends with the guys who are in there, we still interact a little bit, but for you guys who hadn't joined yet, I want to let you in on something a little bit early, because I am planning on rebranding it. I'm planning on changing the name. I'm planning on presenting it at a different price point as a one-time purchase option, as a full course that guys can take. But because you have expressed interest in the Odysseus undertaking and expressed interest in doing something before, I want to let you in on that early. So here's what it looks like. It is all 10 weeks of those daily lessons. So 6 out of 7 days of the week, you will get a new lesson. You will get 21-day challenges and weekly challenges, things that are designed to help you grow and to help you improve your presence so that you can either be Captain Charisma or Mr. Meditative. I don't know what either of those nicknames are, as I just made them up, but whatever, you know what I'm saying. You can either command a room or you can just be on your own, but either way, it won't be because you're an outcast. It won't be because you're desperate for attention. It will be because you're a strong enough person internally and then present yourself strongly enough externally and are able to interact strongly enough interpersonally to be able to accomplish the big important goals that you have in your life. So I'm going to give you guys access to that if you want it. I'm only able to do this for a short period of time because I'm going through the rebranding. And so I want to be able to re-release this as a big launch. It's going to have a full series and everything else, but I do want to make this available to you guys. And honestly, I'd love your feedback on it. So if you were interested in picking this up, then I've got a link for you right down here below. Go do that. It's a limited time, like I said, but just check it out. I know that you were already interested in the undertaking and what it was that I was offering. You're going to love this course. And if you have questions, let me know because I'd love to answer them for you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.